Hello everybody, live market rundown for Friday the 29th of September. Before we get into the markets, I want to clarify something we were discussing in the premium group, and that is this 4-hour structure. So, it's actually coming down to the most basic level, which is time frame correlation. So two aspects actually, and that is you analyze top down and you also want to be flowing with the one above. So as you can see, we do indeed have started a daily move down, which has not yet reached the fib extension yet. So we could potentially be looking for sells on the 4-hour, but look at how this price is moving. On this way down, because it's bullish, the way down should be the impulse. Now, what does an impulse have? It creates imbalance. Now look at here. Do you see any imbalance created? No, there is no imbalance at all created. Well, only here actually. No, that's actually not imbalance because we had this green candle in between. So still no imbalance. Here we had imbalance for a while, it got tagged by this one, so absolutely not a single level of imbalance in this impulsive move. So therefore, you can kind of say that this is not an impulse. Now, it is more a correction because a correction doesn't leave behind imbalance. So it is a correction, you know? So that is not good because we needed this to be an impulse, but it is indeed a correction. Now, this leg up should be the correction as we are bearish. But this is actually leaving behind imbalance. We're leaving behind imbalance over here. We're also leaving behind imbalance over here, and huge imbalance over here. So we had people being excited about shorting this 4-hour lower high because they saw lower time frames breaking structure and creating engulfings towards the downside. Now understand that that would be making things more complicated than it should be, because if you're looking for a 4-hour trade, you need to analyze the price flow, the structure, the area of interest, all these things on that 4-hour time frame, not on time frames below. Price flow is indeed, price action is indeed fractal, but you can't think that just because you have a 1-minute break of structure here, that this actually matters on a 4-hour time frame. We could even go all the way down, breaking structures as big as 15-minute time frames, but that would just be filling in this imbalance and they would just be going off like that. So if you would be selling here just because we're breaking minor structures, you would be completely against the trend. But that doesn't mean it's completely wrong. You can always zoom in, but you have to be aware of the higher time frame trends. You want to be trading in line with these trends. So just as it is not significant to see a 1-hour or 15-minute break of structure over here, you can understand how many higher lows and higher highs are actually in this whole move towards the upside. So you can always zoom in, but you have to zoom in context and in line with the trends of the higher time frames. That is the main key. And as you can see, we're very likely to break this structure because we just had a correction towards the downside, not an impulse. And then we had an impulse and not a correction towards the upside. So that is Australian dollar, US dollar on the 4-hour time frame. Now let's get into this packed watch list. On the 1-hour, we are moving down. We have started our move, so we can zoom into the 15-minute chart and take sells on the 15-minute. So this is our 15-minute structure. Looking forward to selling on that 15-minute. Euro USD, would love to see this come down a little bit lower, perhaps filling this imbalance, and then we'll be able to buy. GBP USD, also very bullish on the 1-hour, but we haven't reached that 1-hour fib extension yet, so we could still zoom in and buy on this one. Right now it looks like it might already be moving, but we'll have to see. GBP JPY, beautiful correction, very deep, multiple legs, so we'll see for 15-minute buys on that. And USD is actually the other way around. So the 4-hour is bullish. We create a higher high with a 1-hour break of structure. The 1-hour has already started, indicated by a 4-hour engulfing close. And also yeah, some liquidity that was taken out. So we can zoom into the 15-minute, see how this would correct up, and then take 15-minute sells. Those are the 15-minute setups. Then on the 1 hour, we have, no, on the 4 hour on GBP AUD, we have a 4 hour lower low, but we have not reached the 4 hour fib extension. So we can still zoom into the 1 hour and take some shorts in line with that trend. Same, but inverse NZD USD. We're about to reach the 4 hour fib extension. But before, we could still see if we would be able to come down into these areas to buy on the 1 hour. Euro AUD is a huge setup as the daily is moving towards the daily fib extension, but on the 4 hour we can still take some sells. So we'll have to see how this moves. But this is definitely a beautiful impulse because it is leaving behind imbalance. Would love to see a correct up and then take that 4 hour sell. So that is that long watch list. We'll keep you guys updated on all these pairs. A lot of movements happening right now. I'll keep you guys updated and best of luck in the markets.